about whether it deserves a prequel sequel. I think it's just what's logical within the story. I mean, sure, they had to reopen 13 to do it, but here we go. Square Enix products.
Hi guys, and welcome to our spotlight on Square Enix merchandise.
It's
My name
Jennifer.
is Kelsey Britt. I'm assistant manager of the merchandise department here at Square Enix.
All right, so that's not
joining
who's
me
Jennifer,
is our newest
then?
recruit, merchandise coordinator Rich Brady.
Hey.
This year, we'd really like to shine
Oh,
a light
Rich.
on the latest
How you
addition to
doing,
our
mate?
divisions lineup, the Final Fantasy trading
Story
card
of
game.
Nyx Ulrich.
Which is what I'm here
Silvers.
for, but first,
I'll be up for
Kelsey's
that.
going to be showcasing some of the latest products that Square Enix merchandise team has in store for this year.
We're
Take it
going to
away,
call her
Kelsey.
Jennifer
Thanks, Rich.
still.
Now, if you've joined us in previous years, you know the history of Square Enix products, but I'll give a brief primer for anyone who isn't familiar.
Oh.
Though Square Enix is a world-class video game developer and publisher for titles such as Final Fantasy, Dragon Quest, and Kingdom Hearts, we've also been well known in the toy
I need to
industry
get
for
my
nearly
Arcane
15
Kai
years. We're well known not only for depictions of our own characters in the form of action figures, but over the years we produced licensed products based on comic properties like DC and Marvel, video
That
games
Wolverine
like Halo
figurine's
and Metal Gear
pretty
Solid, and even
sweet.
films like The Dark Knight. We not only produce high-end collectible
Berserker
action
Wolverine.
figures, but we also make figurines, statues, plushes, and silver jewelry. So I'm going to show you guys a few images of samples of those items. So here's some figurines.
The
This is our
Tama.
World of Final Fantasy.
That
Static
Tama
Arts
is
mini of
so
Tama.
expensive.
Here's a Static Arts mini of Shadow
I mean, it's
from Kingdom
tiny and
Hearts
it's like
Unchained
15
Key.
fucking
We
quid.
also have these amazing statues, and actually, we
Dope.
almost sold out of it, but we had this Final Fantasy Static Arts
Dope.
gallery, Vincent statue on
Where's the
sale here at the
lightning
show
one?
floor, and this Static Arts bust of Sephiroth is available for pre-order on our online store. We also do plushes like this mini Cloud and Kupu Kopo Moogle, as well as jewelry like the Ring of the Lucidii.
That's
and
expensive
the
as well.
Silver Sarah engagement pendant from Final Fantasy 13.
Jennifer, you're ripping
So
us
Square
off with
Enix
your
has been in the
prices,
toy
love.
business for almost 15 years.
Yep, time
It is
flies.
nice though. They do
and
good
this
merchandise.
year is the 30th anniversary of Final Fantasy. That means Square Enix has been creating their own merchandise in-house for nearly half of the lifetime of their flagship franchise.
Oh wait, that reminds me. Speaking of Final Fantasy 15, Final Fantasy's 30th anniversary, in celebration of Final Fantasy's big 3.0 milestone, we have created
It just
all
seems
kinds of
like
great
a good
goodies that
Square
are
Enix
now
presenter's
available
not
for
a thing,
pre-order.
is it?
So take a look at this Final
Lizzie's
Fantasy
got the
30th
lightning.
anniversary Moogle.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yep, and this is created
it to me, Lizzie.
especially for the Final Fantasy 30th anniversary. We
Give it
also
to me,
have
Lizzie.
this Warrior of Light Chocobo.
I
And
really
take a
want
look at
this. I feel like
His
a
hood comes
whore.
off?
Yep, isn't that pretty cute?
That's awesome.
So both of these are available for
Does she
pre-order on our
voice act
online
Vanille?
store. In addition to these plushes, we
Vanille's
also have
voice
a corresponding
actress?
pen set.
Damn it, Jennifer.
This is a set of 2 pins with figurines of the same cosplaying Moogle and Chocobo on top.
Give us
What color ink
discounts.
was in the pens?
Oh, it's black ink pens. Good question. So here's another super cute piece of merchandise that you guys just peeped because I accidentally hit the slide. We're going to honor this big birthday with a ceramic mug.
Why
featuring the artwork
have you
of
got the
Yoshitaka
lame
Amano,
colours? Why
and
haven't you
this
got
is,
the good
featuring
colouring?
the Chocobo, and I think I see a little Moogle
So I
in
don't
there
know
as
why
well.
this bar's not
Artwork is
going.
also featured on
Oh.
some T-shirts that we've created to celebrate the 30th anniversary. These aren't available for pre-order yet, but they will be ready in time for San Diego Comic-Con.
I am a
These
major
t-shirts come in 2 colors
merchandise
and
whore,
designs,
guys.
as you've seen. We have a nice heather gray one here and
This is
light
shameful.
blue.
Oh, that
We'll
was dope.
also have this design featured on a canvas
the
tote
crystal.
bag.
All these look great. I'm sure lots of people are going to be
Tote
excited
bag.
about the 30th anniversary.
Yeah, our fans
Who
have been
has a
asking
tote
for apparel
bag?
for a while now, so happy to give it to you.
No one under
So
the age of
30th
60 has a
anniversary
tote
stuff is
bag.
great, but are there going to be any other t-shirt designs this summer?
Oh, actually, I'm glad you asked. We have some designs from Nier Automata. All of these items will be available for purchase on our online
look.
store, but they'll make their debut at
When
San
you're
Diego
collecting the
Comic-Con.
oil
So this features
of
Adam
the
and Eve on
machine.
the red shirt, and on the second shirt are the
He was
machine
trying to
legs
save
from
his
Nier
brother,
Automata.
or was it his sister? And he was trying to
So,
oil him up.
speaking of STCC,
Oh, that shirt's
I can
feels.
show something else,
Feels.
which is...
Jennifer is only 16.
Da-da-da. Our event exclusive at San Diego Comic-Con 2017 is this Final Fantasy VII Remake
Show me
Clear Sky
Barrett.
action figure of Cloud Strife, and it's a limited color version. So this figure is based on Cloud's design in the hotly anticipated Final Fantasy VII Remake with a color scheme that
Yeah,
has been inspired
hotly
by Cloud's
anticipated.
original
Where the
character
fuck
design
is it,
in the
Jennifer?
original Final
Where's
Fantasy
my
VII.
trailer?
So he's a little bit more colorful than the standard version of this figure.
I'm getting triggered. By the way,
So
apparently
we also
Barrett's
have a sample
glasses
in the
actually
studio
come
here
off.
today, so we'll show that off to you guys. Rich is holding it right here. So let's open her up. Ta-da! Open him
The
up.
boxes are so
Apologies.
dope. I don't know.
That's
That
pretty cool.
Cloud's face
I bet
looks
you
a
guys
bit
are
mad.
excited. We're gonna have that available for pre-order on our online store.
So
Yeah,
can
it's
fans
pretty.
only get this figure if they're attending San Diego Comic-Con?
Well, it will be available for purchase on our online store, and you can pre-order it there, as I said.
Whoa, wait, so how does pre-order work?
Well, if
How
you can't
does
attend
pre-order
SDCC,
work?
or if you
Who
don't
says
want to pick
that?
up the
Make it
product
my
on site at
style.
the show for any reason, you can pre-order it on our online store.
And then if I pre-order it on the online store, I can pick it up when I'm at Comic-Con?
Unfortunately, no. We're not going to be shipping out the Cloud figures ordered from the online store until about a month or so after SDCC. So if you're planning on attending the show and absolutely need to add this limited edition Play Art Sky Cloud to your collection, come visit our booth in 3921 to secure yours.
Okay, that makes sense. So when's the pre-order opening?
Well, it should be going live in the next day or so. So if you go to our link right here on the screen, it should be available for pre-order within
These
the
new
day.
figurines are so much
I was
bigger.
planning to have it available now. Unfortunately, it's not quite ready yet. So now that we'd like to move away from collectibles for a bit and introduce you to a trading card game that's been selling out worldwide this year, the Final Fantasy trading card game.
Got my girl Tifa in
The
the
Final
house.
Fantasy trading card game Opus series is
Dank
based on the
figurine.
previously released Chapter series, which began with the release of Chapter 1 in Japan on February 25th, 2011. This new edition features improved game balance and card design, as well as the addition of new illustrations from recent Final Fantasy titles, and this is the really cool part,
Apparently Brady's
localization
shit.
into 6 languages, including English, French, German, Spanish, Italian, and of course, Japanese. So,
Is he
could you
asking
give me a rundown
stupid
of how the game
questions?
works,
What did he
Rich?
ask?
Hold on.
What did I
Don't
miss?
you already know how to play?
For the purposes of this demonstration, let's pretend I have amnesia and know nothing about the Final Fantasy trading card game.
Okay. Well then, for those of you at home, here are all the topics we'll be covering on how to play.
What is that? Was that supposed to be like some sort of scripted back and forth?
All right, let's get started.
You literally cannot explain
Okay,
this TCG.
So the first thing you're
it's
going to need
so
to know
confusing.
is how to set up your field of play.
I'm a dumb motherfucker as well.
Here's an example of what your field may look like during a game. I'm using a Yuna, Riku, and Pain deck for examples because they're a personal favorite team of mine.
All right, YRP, in position.
The Riku and
So
Pain
you'll
combo
first want to
is
place your deck to the
horrible
side
to
of your
deal
play
with.
area,
Horrible.
while leaving room for your break zone under it.
Break zone, is that where Ash goes to take a break when she's done playing?
Sorta. The break zone is where cards go when they're discarded or broken.
Broken, so like when a character is beaten or defeated.
Exactly. Now, when you play your characters, they're separated into rows in your play area by 2 different types.
Forwards and backups.
I thought you had amnesia.
Oh, I forgot I had amnesia, sorry. So, what's a forward?
Oh
A
my
forward
god.
is a character you use in combat.
What
to
is
attack
this
and block.
And a
cringe?
backup?
They're more of
Oh,
a
the
support
cringe.
character,
Oh.
giving you the ability to play more cards or other effects to help out your forwards.
Oh.
Forwards go in the front, backups in the back.
Okay, so that seems pretty straightforward.
It is. But
Oh.
you have to keep in mind you can only have up to 5 backups in play.
Please stop, I can't
so you'll
take
want to
it
choose
anymore.
them carefully.
I don't know if I can pick just
I'm going to have to get the
5,
vodka
so
out.
what
This is going to be a rough session.
The last zone is the damage zone.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Anytime an enemy attack goes unblocked, you take a point of damage.
Wait, I take a point of damage? I thought Yuna was the one fighting here.
She's fighting alongside you. So when you take a point of damage, you flip the top card of your deck face up and place
They're
it into the
literally
damage
reading from their script. This is
Once
so
7
bad.
cards are in your damage zone, you lose.
Oh no. Okay, so I think I know where everything goes. But how do I actually play cards onto the field? Can I just put down whatever cards I want?
No, you'll need to generate CP. CP is a resource which stands for...
Crystal points!
Yeah.
I've literally seen fucking
Each card
better
has a
acting
corresponding
at
element,
primary
fire,
school
lightning, ice, water,
pantomimes.
wind, or earth. Some cards can also have a light or dark element, but I'll explain those in a minute. To generate
Jeez.
CP, you'll need to either discard a card from your hand or dull a backup.
Dull?
Oh, sorry. I forgot about the amnesia thing. Dull means to turn a card sideways.
Please make it
This
stop.
shows you can't use the card again.
Please make it
Anyway,
stop.
dulling a backup generates 1
What are
CP
they
of that
doing?
card's element, while discarding a card generates 2
What
CP
the
of that
fuck is
card's element.
this?
Okay, so I generate a bunch of crystal points, but how does that help me play cards?
Well, you'll have to generate enough crystal points
This
to
is
match
so
its
bad,
cost,
it's
shown on
actually
the top left
amazing.
of every card. At least 1 crystal point needs to match the element of the card you want to play.
Okay, wait, so what makes light and dark different? Don't I just need to generate their element to play them?
Actually, light and dark characters have no element requirement, but they also don't generate CP
At all?
at all. And you can only have
I
one
just want to.
light
I
or
just want
dark
to climb
character
in
play
and
at a
save
time.
them.
Okay, so once I play a card, I can attack with it, right?
I just want to climb in and
Not
slap
all
my knob
cards
across
you
her
play are
face.
attacks.
I mean,
There are
save her
actually
and help her
3
with the
different types of
script.
cards.
Wait, what?
Other than forwards and backups.
Right. Forwards, backups, and summons. Forwards, of course, are your attackers.
Okay. I want to do that. I want to attack.
Right. They have a number on the bottom right that represents their power. Power is both how much damage a forward deals to other forwards and how much damage it can take. If a forward takes damage equal to or greater than its power, it's
Jill
broken.
Nabat is a
And to the break
sexist
zone
fuck
is
card.
good.
It's almost as if you know how to play.
Jill.
Now, backups can help support your forwards.
Jill
For
and
example,
Jennifer.
Jill here says backups don't deal
I
damage to the
ship
forwards
it.
you control. So she prevents any damage an enemy backup may do to your forwards.
I'm gonna have to get
Wait,
some
wait, wait,
alcohol.
wait. I thought that backups were supports. Backups can deal damage?
They have all sorts of abilities, and that's one of the great things about the FFTCG. There are so many combinations of characters that go great together, so you want to find the 5 backups that best suit your playstyle.
Okay, you've mentioned a limit on backups a couple of times, but is there a limit to how many forwards you can have in play?
They're 16.
There's no limit. You can play as many forwards as you manage to get out.
All right, so I'll just load my deck up with lots of Vincent. He seems really powerful.
Hold on a
Hold
second.
on, you can only have 3.
one card of a
Ah.
unique name in play at a time. Unless this symbol is shown, that symbol next to the name of a card
And you can only have
means it's
3
not
in your
unique.
deck. You can
And
only
this
have 3 of any
doesn't
card in your
follow
deck.
the limit of 1 card. in
I
play at
help
a
these
time.
guys out.
All right, so
Fuck
I
me.
know how forwards and backups
Fuck
work,
me.
but you still haven't explained summons.
Oh, right. Summons, as you know, are a long-standing staple of the Final
What a
Fantasy
way to make a
series.
game
In
look
battle,
lame!
your characters can call
Fuck.
upon one of these epic beings to show up for an instant and do some big, crazy ability before they go back into the Aether, Lifestream, Prismarium.
Yeah, I get it, I get it.
Okay, well, in FFTCG, they work just like that. You pay its cost at any time and call on a summon to instantly perform a one-time ability, and then the card is discarded. Summons are a great way to catch your opponent off guard and really mess with their strategy.
I'm
Okay,
so
that
ashamed
seems
of
pretty
Square Enix
powerful,
right now.
So,
So
attacking
ashamed.
isn't always the answer.
So ashamed.
Are there any other ways to trip up my opponent?
What is
Oh
that?
yeah, with EX bursts.
That name sounds kind of EX-CIITTING.
The name suits it. Remember how I said that every time
Oh.
you take a point of damage, you
Oh.
flip the top card of your deck into
Oh, I
your damage
can't.
zone?
Oh, fuck it, I'm out.
So when EX
I'm
burst
out.
is triggered when a card flipped
I'm
into your
done.
damage zone, has the EX burst symbol on the top right of the
Fuck
card.
me.
These are just some examples, but first let's look at Adia.
Okay.
If Adia is put into your damage zone, she can break an opponent's character based on how many lightning element characters you control. Raubon has one of your forwards deal their power and damage to an opposing forward as if they're attacked, without actually attacking. And
I'm
Ifrit
ending
deals
it. I'm
6,000
ending it.
damage to one of your opponent's forwards.
Let me at the vodka.
So I pay the cost of the card to use it?
No, it just happens for free.
What?
Yeah, sometimes taking damage can end up working out in your favor. You'll want to try to include as many EX burst cards in your deck as you can manage.
It would be so great if something like this happened in real life. If someone did me wrong, like cut me off in traffic, and I could just summon Ifrit. Burn them in hellfire.
That would actually be pretty awesome and terrifying. Anyway, before you can attack, you should know the phases of a turn.
All right, I'm really itching to attack, but okay.
At the beginning of each turn, you start with the active phase, and you turn all of your dull characters upright, meaning they're active.
And then?
Well, then you'll enter your draw phase.
I actually
this is the
just,
first
I actually
turn
just
of the
broke
game,
the glass
you only
bottle
draw
with
one
my
card.
hand.
But every turn after that, you draw 2 on your draw phase.
Okay, so now I play my cards.
Right. After your draw phase is the main phase. The main phase is when you can play your characters onto the field.
So I play my cards.
I wish I
and
could summon
then-
Ifrit if I was
Okay,
caught up
okay.
in traffic.
Since you're so desperate to attack someone, next comes the attack phase.
Attack! Attack! Attack!
If you want to attack, you'll need to enter the attack phase. During this phase, you can't play characters, but you can make any number of attacks one at a time, and your opponent has an
Why,
opportunity
Square?
to use one of
Why?
their characters to block your attack.
I have
All
been a
attacking and
faithful
blocking
follower for
forwards deal
years.
damage to each other at the same time.
You have
Okay, but when that
millions of
first-
fans. Why have you?
I'm supposed to have amnesia, but I think I remember something like that.
How do these
mattering when
turds
damage
get their job?
happens.
That's true.
How
I guess
do
I'll
they
have to
get their
explain a few
job?
character traits. Characters can have
It's
traits
beyond
like
me.
First Strike, which Kelsey just explained, or Brave or Haste.
Oh, right. Brave and haste.
First Strike means they always deal damage before any characters who don't have First Strike.
Okay, well, how does that help?
Well, like I said earlier, if the damage a forward has taken meets or exceeds their power, they're broken. So a forward with first strike can potentially break an opposing character before the
You know
damage
the
comes back.
Square Enix
Okay, so if they
E3
break
Cringe
into the enemy
compilation?
forward, they take no damage at all.
Yeah,
And if
it's
they both
just
have
got a
equal power,
fuckload more
then the one that has first
material.
strike doesn't get broken, but
It's
the
just
other one
doubled
does.
in size.
Got it. So brave.
It was a 4-minute video.
Okay,
Now it's a
great.
15-minute. Good
Great.
fucking
Alright,
god.
When you attack with an active forward, generally you dull it to show it's attacking. However, a forward with Brave doesn't dull when it attacks.
So it doesn't
Guys,
keeps
this game
attacking
is
over and
actually
over and
fun.
over?
No.
Despite how
Your
they're
forwards
making
can
it
only
seem,
attack
it's
once per
actually
turn.
fun.
But a Brave forward is still active, so they can block and use abilities even if they attack.
Okay, I think I get it. But what is haste then?
A character with haste
I'm so
can
triggered.
attack or use
I actually
abilities
like
that
this
require
game.
them to dull as soon as they enter play. They're quick, so they want to jump right into the action.
Ah, cool. So, back to the attacking. I dull one character at a time to attack, right? But if my forwards are all weaker than my opponent's forwards, and I don't have any summons to help them, I just shouldn't attack?
Actually, if 2 or more forwards you have in play share an element, they can attack together in what's known as a party attack.
Like Red 13 joined your party kind of party.
How
Exactly.
did these two people
When your
find each
characters
other?
form a party, they're sending one attack at your opponent. But they combine their power for the attack.
Is this intentional?
Yuna couldn't beat Vincent on her own, but with Ash joining her party, they have a combined power of 14,000.
Does
so
Square
they
Enix
beat
hate us?
Well,
Did we do
Vincent
something?
would still be able to block and deal his 8,000
I
damage.
feel like
between
Square
them
Enix
however he
hate
chooses,
us.
But
What
Vincent
have we
costs
done?
more than either Yuna or Ash.
They're
Your
literally
opponent
reading
might
from the
not want to lose
script.
him. You really put pressure on your opponent by forming a party.
Right, so chances are Vincent won't block, and I'll get attacks through with both Yuna and Ash.
Actually, a party's considered one attack. So if the party isn't blocked, they deal 1 point of damage to the opposing player.
Okay, I think I get it now. But what's the deal with that little S symbol
Please
on
stop.
some characters?
Oh,
stop.
right. Those are special abilities.
Just stop.
Fancy. So how do special abilities work?
To use a special ability, you have to discard a card with the same name as the character whose special ability you're using, plus pay any costs associated with it. So to use Vincent's special, Death Penalty, you would discard another card named Vincent from your hand,
Let's see what the
and
rest
then
of the
pay
chat
the
look
CP
like.
and dull him.
Okay, that seems pretty costly.
It is, but Death Penalty lets you break any number of forwards with a total cost of 7 or less, so it can be devastating for your opponent.
shit.
Ooh. Alright, so even though this game is relatively easy to pick up, because even I can
I
understand
want to
it,
shove my fist
it
up her
sounds like there's
arse
a
so
lot of deep
badly.
strategy involved as you go along.
You too, Brady.
Absolutely.
You ain't getting away with it either,
there's
mate.
been a pretty big tournament scene in Japan and Europe, and we're going to be getting things started in the US on September 16th and 17th this year.
Awesome.
We're going to be having our North American World Finals qualifier in LA, where players can compete for a spot in the Final Fantasy trading card game Opus Series World Championship
think,
2017.
I think the
If you think
fantasy
you
is
have
now
what it
final.
takes, you'll want to keep an eye on social
think it's
media
over,
and
guys.
FFTradingCardGame.com as details
I
start to
think
come out.
this was so
We'll have more
bad
information by mid-July,
that the
so you'll
franchise
only have
has
to wait
just
a little bit
ended.
longer.
Final Fantasy's over, guys.
People here in the US have
Go
really
home.
been itching to get out there and prove themselves. So
30
this is the
years of
perfect
Final
opportunity.
Fantasy.
If you're new to the game, though, you'll want to pick up a starter
It lasted
set
30
before
years.
diving in.
There we go.
And luckily, the starter sets for Final Fantasy 7, 10, and 13 are back in stock.
Yeah, the response to this game has been totally beyond our expectations in the best way, so we had to get more.
Could
of
she
those starters out
sound
there.
any more scripted?
2 new starters are out now.
Oh!
Starter sets for Final Fantasy 9 and Final Fantasy Type 0
Yeah,
just made it to stores, alongside Opus 3
Type
coming out
0.
next month.
You'll get to make a team of Ace and the rest of the Class 0 cadets to overpower
Shut up!
your
Don't
enemies
fucking
with
ruin
their
this for me, you
unmatched
bitch!
synergy in
Shut
the
up!
Final Fantasy
Type 0 is
starter
out, guys!
set.
Yes!
For my personal favorite, Zidane,
And
along with
9.
Garnet,
Sweet.
Vivi, and the rest,
2 new
to
starter
make your opponents
packs.
fly away in the Final Fantasy 9 starter set.
Starter sets are
That's
perfect way to
good
pick
shit.
up and play with your friends.
Gonna get
Your
my
deck's
7
customized with
shiny.
exclusive cards from the Final Fantasy installment featured on the box, so you're guaranteed to get the Cloud starter in the Final Fantasy
Block
7
your ears,
set,
guys.
or
Don't let her
Tidus in
ruin
the
it for
Final
you. That was
Fantasy
quite a
10 starter
dope
set.
reveal.
Yeah,
I'm
and
actually
they
happy
also
about
include
that.
some great cards from the Opus Series booster packs, as well.
Still
to
not
help get your
15 though.
collection
Why is
started.
15 not
The
coming
decks are
down
ready
yet?
to be played as is,
Know what I mean?
or you can pick up some Opus Series booster packs to customize them to your liking.
I'm
You know,
gonna
you
buy
mentioned
so
Opus
many of
3
that Type
earlier.
0.
Do you know if there are any cards we could share from the upcoming set?
You know, that's a great idea. Here are just a few of the cards coming in Opus 3 on July 21st.
Well, Yuffie's already out. Lightning's already out. What?
Vincent has been a really popular character in the meta
So
game.
it's just another kind of
this new
Yuffie.
Yuffie from Dirge of Cerberus is a great ally to power him up. And her cost becomes 0 if Vincent is already in
They're
play.
shipping Yuffie and Vincent in the TCG.
Oh, hey, another Class
King,
0
my
cadet.
man.
So King gains power from every other Class 0 cadet I control. And his ability, Point Blank
In
Shot,
case you don't know,
lets
the
him
little
deal damage
S
to a
means you
forward
have to
without having
suicide a
attack.
card. That's also
That
called
seems like it's
King.
going to be really strong in a Type 0 deck.
You don't
Yeah,
know shit,
King
love.
is a
You've never
beast,
played
but
it.
it's hard to top Lightning. When Lightning enters play, you can put any card named Odin from your break zone on top of your deck. And that's an EX burst. You remember I explained those earlier.
Oh, yes, they were EX-CIITTING.
Right. So her special
Did
ability,
she actually make the
Gestalt
joke
Drive,
twice?
lets her discard
made the
Odin
joke
from
twice.
her hand and a copy of Lightning to break up to 2 forwards with cost 4 or less. You know, Lightning and Odin keep popping up in Lightning element
Why?
decks, so it'll be cool
Can
to
I
see how
have
people may
amnesia?
use this version of Lightning.
I really
I've
do
never
love
wanted
Lightning.
amnesia
It's
so
my
bad in
favorite
my
element.
life.
And this should be a great card for you.
Oh, she
By
made
the
it
way,
again.
Opus 3 isn't the only set that's been announced. Opus 4 is on its way, slated for release this October.
Oh yeah, Opus 4 will have brand new cards featuring characters from Dissidia Final Fantasy, the Final Fantasy Tactics series, and Theater Rhythm Final Fantasy.
Oh, that's
There's
cool.
much more on the way to be excited about.
Sweet.
If you've
sweet.
been here at E3, and what an E3 it has been,
It's been
you may have
something.
seen. our
She's
Final
officially
Fantasy
gone to the
trading
top of
card
my
game demo
list
area where
as
attendees have
worst
been learning the game and earning some
Square Enix
sweet
Center.
promos like Lightning and Sephiroth.
Please bring back Sam.
If you couldn't make it
I've
to
never
E3,
missed
we're
Sam
gonna
so
have
bad
more
in all my
opportunities
life.
for you to try out the game and earn promos in the future.
That's right. We're going to be at San Diego
Fuck me,
Comic-Con
Jennifer.
starting Thursday, July 20th, with more demos and more prizes.
Lashley,
So
please don't
please,
fuck
if
me,
you're gonna be
Jennifer.
there, come check us out.
I don't think she
We're
stopped
also working
speaking
on getting
through
more
it.
organized play promos out to local shops.
So we have some more Vincent promos on their way to your local stores soon, but we are also going to have this adorable
This is-
alternate
this
art
is
lawn
absolutely
photos.
road
So we're going
crash.
to show those on the camera here for you and zoom right in. Do, 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 do. So Vincent's kind of hard to see, but that lawn foil card is very, very shiny. So I hope you guys are looking forward to seeing those new promo cards. Yes, at the show floor, we've been doing all kinds of promos. And actually, we were able to do a draft tournament today, so there's people out there in our demo area right now going head-to-head with
She
the
actually
Final
thinks she's doing a good
Fantasy
job.
game.
And the winner of that tournament is going to get one of those lawn promos.
What? You heard it here first, folks.
So you can check with
What?
your local tabletop gaming store or check our store locator at
After this camera stops, they're gonna be like, nailed it.
FFTradingCardGame.com for all the
Nailed
current
it.
information on what stores carry the FFTCG and are participating in organized play.
So, one
I'm so
more time,
frustrated.
Where can they find us for
So
more
frustrated.
information?
Stay tuned to Twitter, Facebook, and FFTradingCardGame.com.
Is this
as
what
we
the
keep
Void
you
looks like?
updated with the future of the Final Fantasy trading card.
Bring back Philip
Thank you
McCringeworth.
guys so much for joining us again this year. It really has been amazing to see the response to the Final Fantasy trading card game here at the E3 show
Fucking
floor.
Philip
We've sold out of
McCringeworth
all of the starter decks that we brought
and
to
Jennifer
the show.
McDurpington.
We've sold out of all of the Opus 1 booster packs we brought to the show.
We sold out of the Mads and a
Jennifer
flower.
McDurpington.
Yes, and
Remember
we are
the
also
name,
still
guys.
selling the card sleeves for
Right.
those to
Square
protect
Enix
your
hate
deck.
us.
And I'm
Square
just,
Enix
I'm
fucking
really
hate
excited
us.
to see where this game goes, and it's really great to have Rich on board.
They're
He knows
literally
his stuff.
attacking us. This is an
So,
attack.
Thank you guys so much for joining us, and thank you for everyone who also.
I
came to
feel
our merchandise booth
violated.
at E3. We've also sold out of most of our other merchandise.
Fuck off,
as
Jennifer
well.
McDurpington.
So keep following us on Twitter and Facebook, and we're gonna keep getting this Chard game going, and we're gonna keep bringing
This
great,
Chard
amazing
game?
collectibles and toys to you. Thank
What's
you
a
all so
Chard
much for your
game?
support.
Yep, thank you.
Bye.
See ya.
Oh god, I think I just swallowed my fucking tonsils. Gagging on that shit. Oh! What was that? What was that? Oh my goodness! It was so bad. That was the cringiest shit I've ever seen. Where the fuck do you get these people? Oh! Oh, Square Enix. It makes so much sense why the West is in such a fucking diabolical state. Good googly moogly. That was incredible. That was incredible. Ha! We need to erase that. I have to do damage control for Square Enix. I'm not uploading this. I'm taking sympathy on Square Enix on this one. Let's sign a petition. They literally need to fire their entire fucking community staff. I was saying this yesterday, the only good community staff manager is the FF14's one. The rest of them ain't got a clue. What were they thinking when they wrote that script? You can tell they sat and wrote that out. None of that was on the fly. She was literally like, that sounds I know it. EX-CIITTINGG! Oh, guys. I apologise for streaming E3. I apologise. I've put up... Never again. This was the last Square Enix Presents. My God, I was actually looking forward to that slot. And you know what? Actually, I'm really glad I watched it, because that was magnificent to behold. Truly magnificent. I actually did that video. Square Enix officially hosted the worst presentation with those 6 shit questions. But somehow, they actually got worse. That is literally the worst thing I've ever seen at E3. Tell me I'm wrong, guys. Tell me I'm wrong. Name change, Atlas Peasant. Yeah, shall I still become Square Enix Peasant now? Nah. Nah. You are not wrong. I'm not wrong. That is literally the worst thing. Like I'm telling you guys, we've seen E3 cringe compilations where they have just like 10 seconds of, you know, they cringe up a bit. Maybe it's extended to maybe 2 minutes of cringe. No, usually it's with the Wii games when they come on and they do their like shitty little musical games. Or maybe a game fails to load and there's just silence on stage. It's like, oh, that's cringe. But nothing I've seen in the E3 cringe compilation, and I've seen a vast amount of them. I've binge-watched that shit. None of it even remotely compares to those 45 minutes. That was 45 minutes of constant cringe. That was excruciating. I feel like the world needs to know about what we just witnessed. This was a test. We're the heroes. Going through that. Troll Enix. Come on. Matt Kishimoto. He's supposed to be the North American community manager. He surely has to have watched that and gone, ugh. So painful. Right, it's over. Let's return to the light. We have something very exciting now. Nearing concert. It is about the best therapy I could possibly have. Some near music. It's exactly what I need. Send that video to North Korea. Problem solved. I'm surprised that no one walked on stage and just didn't stop them. Like... And the thing is, can you imagine if you're one of the people who have poured your heart and soul into making and designing this game? This actually fairly good trading card game. And you have to sit and watch your work fucking mortifyingly butchered by Jennifer McDurpington and Virginia Flopsworth. That's what we're calling Brady. Virginia Flopsworth. I mean, Philip McCringeworth is cool as fuck compared to those guys. I feel like they're not respecting us fans. I mean, the thing is, they generally thought they were putting on a good show. I mean, I suppose I'll commend them for trying. Now, they obviously tried to like really rehearse their section and make it entertaining, which now I can respect that at least more than when fucking Sam and the other turd girl Nikuta, whatever the hell her name is, just asked 6 shit questions and were obviously unrehearsed and unpracticed. So I can at least respect that. Capcom Peasant. What am I saying? Respect that. What am I chatting about? Respect that? Good God, no. That was actually the worst thing at this E3 2017. If anyone saw anything worse at this E3, kindly share it with me. I mean, literally, I'm begging, because if not, Square Enix officially were the worst at E3 this year. I think it's actually official.